Good morning, YouTube. Today I want to do a quick little review, one-year review of a 2016 Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland and how we like it so far after owning it for a year. Right now, this is my mom's car. However, I am the one that actually bought it last April in 2016. Owned it for a few months, and in September last year, I went ahead and bought my Corvette and passed this along. But I'm still riding it at least a few times a month. And so I thought this would be a good time to kind of review what we've gone through so far in a year of ownership and what we like and what we don't like. Mostly positive. Starting off, let's be a little honest. You know, would I buy this car again? Honestly, probably not. And it's not that we had a lot of negative experiences with this car. It's just, you know, did it suit our family? And, you know, are there better bangs for your buck? Yeah, there are. So, you know, I think this is made for a very specific person, and, you know, maybe we just don't use the off-road capabilities enough to make the extra price that we paid for this version worth it. But, you know, if you're spending $50,000 on an SUV, you know, that kind of makes it less fun to take off-road when you're worried about, you know, screwing something up. So, you know, and this isn't like a really super great off-roader like, you know, a Wrangler would be. You know, you can shove a ton of technology and, you know, different off-road capable aspects into a vehicle, but something like this still just is never going to be a perfect off-roader. So it's kind of, I think we got to the point, at least for my family, where we really should have just bought like a cheap Wrangler that we wouldn't care about thrashing on, and then just buy, you know, another SUV, which is why I kept my Suburban, and I still drive that. So, you know, this really didn't replace that. I thought this would be something that would meet in the middle, but really it's just not great at either carrying lots of people or going off-road. So, you know, that's kind of what I learned from this. But yeah, I mean, the car is really nicely appointed. I mean, when you get an Overland, like I said, this car, I got a good deal, so I paid less, but I think the MSRP was like $52,000 or $53,000 for this. But you get really nice stitched leather. Something that I would compare this to would be a Range Rover. Obviously a hell of a lot cheaper than that. You get the nice piping on the seats. Real wood, not plasti wood. Nice heated and cooled seats and a heated steering wheel. Just really, like, everything is nicely appointed. Like, when I bought the car, I was like, whoa, like, this is so nice. It's got the sky view moonroof thing, where the whole roof is glass, pretty much. Yeah, it's got really nice Overland stitching. I don't know, I'm blocking it, but it's, like, stitched in really nice back to your Overland. It's got a really nice color combo. Four-wheel drive, like I said. It's got the little rotary dial down here to get into the different modes, and it has a height-adjustable suspension. And it drives pretty nice. It's a little firm, but, you know, it is supposed to be off-roady, so, you know, you can expect that. This is an EcoDiesel engine. So far, no problems with that. The only quality issues we've had with this vehicle is that the passenger seat was starting to come apart after only a couple of months of ownership. And we finally got that taken care of. And then the back of the seat, which is plastic, started falling off, so that kind of sucked. So this car was in and out of the shop a lot, but at least it was very minor things. Same thing with my Corvette, so I mean, this isn't just a Chrysler specific thing. You know, a little bit of, you know, quality issues, but overall not bad. So, you know, I give them, you know, an A for that, honestly. I mean, they handled it, they fixed it like they should. And, you know, the leather work is holding up okay. Definitely in my Corvette, it's a lot nicer, but there is, like, some kind of, like, not that great looking rippling in these leather seats. Maybe I'll take some photos and put them into this video. Sorry, I'm not making eye contact the whole time. I'm kind of looking around the car like, what do I not like about this? But yeah, so, you know, the leather isn't wearing super good in this car, I don't think. But, you know, we'll see, you know, maybe I'll do a 2-year review, you know, look back, and, you know, we'll see then what it's like. As far as technology goes in this car, that I'm really thrilled about. The Uconnect system is really nice in this car. I like it much better than the Chevy MyLink, the system. This is, like, way better. as far as personalization goes, that is like on par with the rest of the American cars. But I just feel like how you access controls and the different menus and stuff, how everything is like very app-based, even within the menus. I like this better. I think it's easier to, it's more intuitive to work with. Yeah, you connect better than MyLink. But yeah, I can't really talk about the lower end trim levels, entry level on the Grand Cherokee. But as far as the Overland, it's really nice. You get adaptive headlamps, so you know if you're going like up a hill, they level up and down. If you get a Summit, I think they'll actually adjust when you turn your steering wheel. So that's pretty cool. It has the auto dimming high beams. It's got auto windshield wipers. So, I mean, this car is really tricked out. It has a lot of stuff. But yeah, I mean, if you want like a luxurious vehicle that can go up in the snow, this car does great in the snow. I would buy this for snow. I wouldn't buy it for off-roading. Even though it can, and I'm sure, you know, if you put nicer tires, but like I said earlier, you know, do you really want an off-road, a $50,000 vehicle that has lots of low-hanging body panels that you can mess up? No. Buy a Wrangler, you know, if you can afford it, and buy a cheap one that you don't mind thrashing a little bit. I mean, you know, you can get a good one for not, you know, too much money, and then, you know, you don't have to worry about every little scratch you get. That's what I would do. But yeah, so I guess I should talk about the reason why I didn't keep this vehicle. Like I said, it's not a super great off-roader like I was hoping it would be. I should have just bought a Wrangler if I wanted that. And it only seats 5, but really only 4 comfortably. And since I have a Suburban, I think I got to the point where I realized, you know what, this car just fills a need that I don't have. So that's why my mother needed a new car, and so, you know, we worked out a deal, so she went ahead and took this one over, and, you know, everyone won on that one. But yeah, the back seat is a little tight. I would prefer to sit in the back seat of my Suburban. It has a little bit more room. This one is just not as nice. You do have tilting or reclining rear seats in this car, so that's cool, and they do have the outboard 2 seats are heated, so that's cool. And, you know, the leather is nice back there. So, you know, I mean, it's a nice place to be, and you get a nice view if you have the moonroof screen open. But, you know, it could be bigger, and I think when Jeep introduces the Grand Wagoneer or the Wagoneer, that's something that would probably attract someone like me or someone with a family, you know, bigger family. So I think, you know, that's probably, I should have just waited for that, or if I want an off-road vehicle, just get something more focused on off-roading. And the last thing I just want to quickly touch on is the cargo area, which is really nice. It has plenty of room. This is a good road trip car, especially since this one has the diesel. So if you're looking for good MPGs, my mom does a lot of city driving, so her average right now is 20 MPG, but when I was driving this on the highway, I was easily doing like an average of 27 MPG. So, which I guess that doesn't say too much since my Corvette gets an average of about 30 on premium fuel. So, you know, really, I guess this is an SUV. It's heavy, it's big, so that is good. I'm gonna, you know, kudos to Jeep. You know, you do a good job. But yeah, so I guess my big thing on this is a good car. It had some, you know, quality issues with that seat, and just like the leather seems to be wearing out prematurely, but everything's been really good. And I think if you want this car, like I said, great for snow. You could do light off-roading, but honestly, if you want off-roading, pick something else, because, you know, pick a real off-roading vehicle. You know, go with a Raptor or a Wrangler, something like that. This is just not quite there. At least it wasn't for me. It just wasn't. Jeep doesn't modify it enough. They put in plenty of the four-wheel drive stuff. It can handle that, but they don't modify the exterior enough to make it off-road worthy, I think. And, you know, maybe you could look into the Grand Cherokee Trailhawk. That wasn't available when I bought this car. Maybe that would be a better way to go, but then they don't need to be offering the quad track and the adjustable suspension in this model, you know? So, yeah. Would I recommend? Yes. Would I buy again? No. You know, because then, you know, so if you're not into the off-road stuff and you wanted something luxury, yeah, this is a great deal compared to a Range Rover. But, you know, if you want something like sporty, and they have the SRT model on this, you know, you could get like a Porsche Macan or something for, you know, about the same price, you know, optioned out like this. So, you know, I hope this gives everyone a little bit of food for thought. If you have any more questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. Please like the video. And if you have any more questions about anything specific like the infotainment system, I've made a video for that, which I will link above. And, you know, go ahead and ask me and I can make another video about something specific, or I can just leave a comment below answering any questions that you guys have. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day. See you next time. Another cool feature is that both Mirror 1, Mirror 2, and Mirror 3 are all auto-dimming, which is really handy for when annoying drivers behind you leave their high beams on at night. Another plus for the Jeep Grand Cherokee.